Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited to be here. My name is Ellie and thank you to all those who have subscribed, and to all my new subscribers and my old subscribers, I welcome you back. So today I'm going to be talking about the much awaited weight loss journey. Alright, as you guys can see from the pictures, I have lost a lot of weight, and I did this in about, I want to say about between 5 to 8 months of consistently working out and eating. So I'm going to be sharing all that with you much later. But now, my starting weight was 190 pounds, about 190. I'm sure I even weighed more, but about 190 pounds. And then I am currently 140 pounds, and it fluctuates based on what I eat, but pretty much I maintain at 140 pounds. So let's get into the story on how I gained so much weight. I never used to be big, but then the moment I started out in school, in college, I started gaining a lot of weight because of my eating habits and my lack of exercise and the wrong mindset towards that. So I remember I was taking chemistry class, and before every chemistry class, which was 3 times a week, I would buy Twix from the vending machine before and after every single chemistry class. So at least 3 times a week I would have the big bar size of Twix. I would have that in, before class and after class, and I continued this habit over and over again until I was eating that and I started expanding. And not only Twix alone, because obviously your diet and every other thing matters. I believe at some point in my life in college I got depressed, so I would eat 2 boxes of Domino's pizza almost daily. And it was very cheap. It was $5.99 for 2 boxes. I would buy 2 boxes of Domino's and eat that, and 3 liters of Coke. I don't know if you guys have seen that. I hope I can put a picture. But the Coke bottle was like big. And I would drink that alone and eat those 2 boxes alone with all the toppings, stuffed crust and all that. So yes, I was increasing, my face was getting chubbier, my body, and I did this over and over like a long period of time. And as you would have it, if you're not working out and then you're eating rubbish. I know y'all like pizza, but I don't think there's much nutrition in that. But anywho, sorry if I called it rubbish and you like pizza. But yeah, I kept eating all this junk food consistently, not working out, and then being in school, stress eating snacks here and there. So yes, I was adding a lot of weight without me knowing. So how did I come to this realization that hey, you need to lose weight? I went home for a break. I went to Nigeria for a break after school, and I fell sick. I think I had malaria, and in that time I was very, very sick. And because of being sick, I would not eat. Not because I chose to, but usually when you're sick and you're down, you tend not to eat, and then they give you like Lucozade or some electrolytes or energy boosting drink. So literally that was what I was doing, and in that period of being sick, I lost a lot of weight, and I really liked how I felt. But obviously as soon as I got better and I got back to the States, I ate everything back up, so I gained that weight real quick. But then I also liked how I felt during that time that I was sick. I felt lighter because I had not eaten, and I really loved it. And then the second thing that made me push me towards the healthier lifestyle was, I remember one day I was dressing up in front of my sister, my elder sister, and she saw my stretch marks. It was thick and black. She saw me and she was like, you need to get rid of that. Like, what is that? And I looked at it, I was like, wow, I didn't actually have this before. And it was like on my sides, on my oblique area. And I was like, I looked at it and I started looking in the mirror and everything. I was like, I need to get rid of this. So those were the two driving forces for me to start working out. So what did I do to start my weight loss journey? First things first, I had to really do research. I had to prepare my mind for what I was about to do. I didn't know everything I didn't know everything in its entirety, but I made it a point that I had to do my research on what I needed to do as far as working out, eating right, what I needed to stop doing or start doing. I had to stop wishing about what I wanted. I would see beautiful people on Instagram or Facebook then, and I would so admire their bodies, and I'm like, oh man, I want that, So the first thing first, you have to stop wishing. After you make up your mind that this is what you want to do, stop wishing and start working. You don't get things by wishing, you get them by working on it. And at first it's gonna seem like this is such a hard thing to do, but if you stay consistent with it, you're gonna be able to get through to what you want. I would do a lot of positive talk to myself, talk to my mind, because from all these years of eating unhealthy and not exercising and not practicing good habits, my mind was already trained in that. So I had to pep talk myself and say, girl, you can do this and you can continue. So positive talk. After making up your mind, you need to talk to yourself positively. Nobody's gonna do it for you. And then also, when you start making your plans for what you want to do, the goals you want to achieve, set a goal weight. Give yourself time. You need to make up your mind that you're not going to let fear, you're not going to give in to fear that you cannot do this. Usually when you want to start something good, the thoughts are coming to your head like, oh yeah, you're never going to lose weight, or you're never going to do this, or that's too hard, or I can't wake up in the morning to go to the gym, stuff like that. So once you make up your mind, you need to talk positive, and then you need to do your research as to what exactly you need to do and not do. And yeah, stop giving fear any chance whatsoever, because you are powerful. You have the ability to achieve whatever you set your mind to. So number 2, you need a plan. After making up your mind that this is what you want to do, you need a plan. And for me, during my research, I saw that weight loss was 80% your nutrition, what you were eating, and 20% your exercise. So set out a plan. For me, I made it a point that I would go to the gym because I had to be in school from 8 a.m. to about 5 p.m. every day. I made it a point of, I made it a point literally that I had to go to the gym at 5 a.m. every day. This is even before starting, and then also, it wasn't just about going to the gym for me. I needed that motivation because like I said, I used to be really big, and it was just so difficult for me to just start like that. So what I did was I invested money and got a personal trainer for 8 sessions. So my trainer would call me in the morning, like the night before, let me know, hey, you have to be at the gym at this time. And again, if you bring out your money to pay for something, you will make it, especially if it's not small money. And it wasn't cheap, so I paid a very great personal trainer for only 8 sessions to help me get kick started, and I stuck with it because that was a lot of money that I paid, and I was not going to let my money go down the drain. Just don't pay for a gym membership, because if it's not too much, you're just I'll do that another day, or I'll go tomorrow. But if you can, and if you're trying to get on a weight loss journey, I seriously encourage you, if you can get somebody somebody to be accountable to, that would be so great. Be it a personal trainer or a friend that's a gym rat like me. And then also, out of sight, especially for food. Now I talked about the workout part, and now I'm going to talk about food. I love food like crazy. And if you love food too, I understand. So for me, out of sight was out of mind for me. I had to cut off everything. After doing my research as to what to eat and what not to eat, I had to take all those things away from my sight, because if I saw it, I was going to eat it for sure. The thing is that willpower can only get you so far. I might have, cereal and milk and sugar and all those things, but if I didn't have them, if I didn't see them consistently, then I wouldn't have the urge to go eat it, because this is something I was addicted to for a long time, and I had to take it away from me to help me to aid that withdrawal and that weaning off my addictions. So yeah, you need to set a plan. Talk about nutrition. So for me, 80% of weight loss deals with what you eat. What are you eating? And you have to ask yourself, after doing your research and finding out, okay, 80% of what I eat aids my weight loss, then you're going to have to start switching a lot of things. For me, the first thing I did was to use an app called MyFitnessPal. It helped me to record every single meal I ate, and it had like almost all the restaurants that I know, and it even had some African food on it. And also I think there's a new app if you're in Africa, and you have all this African food. I don't remember the name, but I'll put it in the description box. My big sister just launched it. Her name is Bumi George of Shredder Gang. Actually, it's called Shredder Gang. So y'all should check it out if you're in Africa and you want to put all those local foods and stuff. It's all in there, and if you sweep and mop and all that, it will help you calculate your calories and whatever you've lost working out. So yeah, I use MyFitnessPal, that's what it's called. I used it to log my breakfast, my lunch, and my dinner. Literally everything I would eat, I would log it in there to make sure that I was in track, especially with the calories I set for myself for each day.
So my audio cut off for some awkward reason, but anywho, as I was saying, I would have to eat at a calorie deficit, meaning that I would work out and record my calories that I burnt and make sure that I ate lower than what I burnt so that I could lose weight. If you don't do this, you're not going to lose weight. So yeah, that was what I had to do, and I had to start switching out a lot of my foods, like from white rice to brown rice, and then over time I completely stopped eating rice altogether. I had to take out bread slowly. If I didn't have, like, if I was to have a burger, I would take off the top bun and throw it away and just eat the meat and then the last part of the bread. So yes, I had to eat at a calorie deficit for that. And I'm just going to show you guys, just a slideshow of some of my pictures. And the thing is that when I started working out, I would work out and see some improvement in my weight, and then the next week, I might gain a pound or two back, just depending on what time I worked out and if I had eaten before that time. But nonetheless, I stayed encouraged. Like I said, most of this was about 7 years ago, so these are some of the pictures I was able to find. And as you can see, from 190 pounds to 166 pounds here, I had already started losing major weight because I was eating properly and working out properly as well and staying consistent with that. And now I'm going to show you some of my meal prep. I made sure to prep my meals for the entire week. If I failed to meal prep, I would absolutely eat whatever I had. And then I'm going to go into number 4, which is exercise. I stayed consistent working out at 5 a.m. every day. These videos are very recent videos of me right now working out. I don't have any from 7 years ago, but I stayed consistent. I will work out at 5 a.m. every day. It was really hard for me to run for 5 minutes before, but again, with consistency, you can do anything. And now I can run for over an hour straight. So yeah, it all depends on you and being consistent, and I stayed consistent.
One more.
And the thing is that once you get into the flow and the groove of working out by staying consistent and telling your mind, you're going to see it's going to come so easy and so natural for you. So I want to encourage you that if you are trying to lose weight, you can definitely do it. you can be disciplined and very disciplined and stay consistent. Replace your bad eating habits and lack of working out, replace them with good habits. And for me, I'm a Christian, I'm a believer, and I will attach Christ to everything I do. The Bible says, I started getting into that mentality, of that scripture that says your body is the temple of the Lord. So don't just feed your body garbage. Do you understand? Your body is what keeps your spirit here on earth. If you destroy your body due to your bad eating habits and lack of exercise and taking proper care of yourself and telling your mind what to do, you're going to leave this earth much quicker. Don't do that. Don't do that. I've seen people that have died, due to poor eating and all of that. But whatever you can do to just sustain your health and your life, I truly believe that you should do it, and you can. And literally, it's one day at a time. There are certain days I just wanted to quit. I'll step on the scale and nothing has changed. And maybe that's what's happening to you. But if you stay consistent and you do your own research for what works for your body type and your health, because you know that better than I do, then you're going to come out successful. And for me, this was about 7 years ago, and I have been able to maintain that till now. Quite alright, I am not 129 pounds because I got so skinny and my head looked big. So now I am 140 pounds, which is about a 50 pounds difference from when I first initially started. And that is great for me because I love where I'm at right now and it works for me. So I encourage you, if you want to lose weight, you are able to. First things first is that you work on your mind. Tell yourself you can do it, because indeed you can. Your mind matters. The plan, get a stable plan, stable workout plan, stable diet plan, and make it a habit over time. Watch what you eat and exercise and make sure you have proper form when you do that. And I'm going to go into more in subsequent videos so this doesn't get too long. And yeah, that's my weight loss journey. Maybe there's things I forgot, but I'll add it as time goes on in subsequent videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave comments, let me know what you're struggling with and what I can help you or what you want me to do. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in my next video.